What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today we'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for NIO with the ticker symbol NIO. I will first be going over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So NIO is still in an uptrend. We are finding resistance at the prior resistance level, so there's no surprise there. Back in September 2024, we hit the $7.73 level and had immediate rejection off that level and sold off much lower. And right now we came up to that level, we trended up to that level, and we're finding resistance there again. Why? Because if this was a previous zone or area where people took profits or got out of their position or took a short, then there's a good chance in the future they can do the same thing again. And that's what we're seeing right now. The difference is that it's not as harsh of a rejection as last time. As you can see here, this was immediate rejection. Over here, we're kind of hanging around and getting accepted at this level. So that's a sign that we can push through it and continue higher. So as long as we don't see aggressive selling, like a huge shock to the market, like a huge drop, something like, hey, that's different, or hey, that's a very strong momentum move down. You know, as long as we don't see a slice through the channel support and the EMA, something like this, then there's a good chance for higher prices. If we do see a slice down like this, a crash, then that means that it's higher likelihood that we continue moving down lower. It's not guaranteed because sometimes you could see a slice down, then a V-bottom reversal. But typically, more likely than not, when you do see a break like this, there's a good chance it's followed by more selling pressure. So we have not seen that yet, and I don't expect that to occur. So as long as we're still uptrending in the channel, you know, following the pattern up higher, there's a good chance we're going to see $9.46, which is the measure move target based on this prior size leg up. We had a correction, and now the bulls are attempting to make a similar size leg up in the future, targeting the mid nines. So that's where NIO is most likely headed. And let's see what it does when it gets through this resistance zone, this selling zone. Take a look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart shows a strong move up higher with structure. So it's moving like a staircase pattern, which is like this, or a wave, you could say. Better than this one right here, which was just pretty much a pop-up and not a lot of support built into it, which it can move down just as quickly. This one has, you know, like a staircase pattern to it, or a wave structure, which is a lot more healthy, and it can continue much higher. So definitely looks a lot stronger, especially after having like multiple touches at these lows. It definitely looks like a trend reversal, and I would be expecting higher prices. Once this level of high sevens clears, I think there's a clear shot up towards the mid nines from there. Not a lot of resistance between the high sevens and mid nines. So NIO still in a good spot. Just, you know, got to be patient. You know, it's doing what it's supposed to do. You know, nothing is out of the ordinary. Finding resistance at prior resistance is obviously expected. And, you know, a lot of times price doesn't just break through a level. So, you know how this was resistance right here? If I drag a line across, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. This is rare to see just a clean break of the level. Even then, price tried to come back to it, but it was too strong of a breakout to come back all the way, which shows signs of strength. You would buy the breakout. You see the bull flag right here. Traders entered on the long of the breakout, and they, you know, they profited on that swing. So sometimes you don't get a clean breakout, and I'd say that's kind of rare to see that. Typically, you'll see, you know, price maybe get rejected from it, or if it does break it cleanly, you're going to see price pull back to it, like we have seen right here, and even right here, right? If this was a breakout, price came back to that breakout before moving up higher. So even if we do see a clean break of high sevens, there's a good chance we come back to it and then move up higher. Typically, you don't see a clean break and then price just really just trading sideways at a high level and then continue. That's a very strong trend, and that's, you know, more rare to see. So all I have for NIO on the daily and weekly charts. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.